This is episode 3. Hello.
Yes, it is. I'm not even going to make the same joke we've made each week.
No. Oh, I'm Chris Martin.
I'm Josh Fordham.
Welcome to the podcast.
That's a nice little song. Welcome
you.
to the podcast. Yeah, I decided against beatboxing. I was going to do it, but I thought, I don't want to attract attention of all the kind of major record producers. And, it could be difficult, especially if they like me and don't like you. And, Dr. Dre's probably been busy with COVID and everything, hasn't he? So.
Yeah, and I frankly don't want to get shot in a drive-by.
No,
so
exactly. So safe not to,
just
isn't
to
it?
stay away from that
safe,
stuff. But good feedback. We had a guest last week.
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
young Andrew Schroeder.
Yeah, I think he came across well.
He came across what?
That's what she said. Well, I mean, we haven't got a guest this week though, so
we don't.
He's completely put us off.
So yeah.
Sorry, Andrew.
No, we love having guests. Actually, we're just too fucking lazy to organise anybody.
Fuck that involves more work.
He does, but yeah, he got some great feedback. It was really nice to hear, and he enjoyed himself, and we will have him back.
Absolutely.
But yeah, been really good actually, because what I'm really happy about, Josh, actually, is that I've only had positive feedback this week.
Yeah, same. I've had nothing negative. I even looked in my letterbox earlier.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Oh, you checked the letterbox? Good.
Yeah.
Well, I should probably just check the answer machine actually.
Yeah.
Couple of blinking, but they're probably just, there's no point probably playing those because they're probably just, oh, you're so good.
We love you, Dr. Dre. I'm Dr. Dre. That's not how he speaks.
He is.
I'm Dr. Dre.
All right.
Oh, you're so good.
Do that beatboxy thing.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
But yeah. No, Dre.
No, Dre, no. I forgot about him.
So I can... I don't know. I have no idea from the front, but let me just. I'll just pick one at random. Here's this one.
So I listened to your show again.
Oh, is that?
Oh my God, I'm so
White Bag
depressed.
Man.
So, look, first of all, I thought it was a kids' show, and my child Amorn. They're called Amorn before you make fun of Amorn. I had to bridge my girlfriend's name so her husband wouldn't find out that we had a child anyway. Amorn, come and tell what you've learnt. No! Come on, Amorn, come and tell Josh and Chris what they've taught you this week. Josh and Chris are cunts. Oh, see? Oh, my God. I think it was really fitting that you had Andrew Schroeder on and spoke so in depth about potatoes
important
with
stuff.
him. It was just really riveting listening. Particularly I find it really funny how Andrew was there and, after I Googled him, he actually looks like a potato. He looks like a potato, and his head though looks like a thumb or a big toe, which is pretty highbrow stuff for you guys and clever. To get Andrew Schroeder in there, knowing that he doesn't have one of his big toes, and yet his head looks like one. So
he doesn't.
Just a little bit of trivia about potatoes is they've got 48 chromosomes, which is 2 more than what humans have, and 1 more than what you, Josh, and you, Chris, have. So, wild. What a wild show.
Nice at all.
Congratulations.
Wow.
Jerks.
Oh, nice.
Well, I mean, that's really kind of put me down a bit because I was expecting positivity.
Yeah.
I'm happy. I've had a coffee.
Yeah.
I'm on edge.
Yeah.
And then we get that shit.
Look, there's another one blinking,
and
that. No, it's going to be... What are the chances of getting 2 negative voicemails
you're
in a row?
Sorry, I'm just being, Mrs. Negative again.
Oh, you are Mrs. Negative, I'll tell you what. Put your little negative pantaloons on.
Oh, well, I've got them on already.
But, we'll check this one out.
Yeah.
But thank you, White Bag Mayor, for your amazing summary each week of what entertained you and was less sufficient for you.
Again, he's listening to all of it, so keep it coming. But I didn't know Andrew didn't have a toe or is missing a toe. I didn't really get that joke.
No, I don't get that. I think that's...
Chromosome jokes aren't really cool. Don't do that. Don't make jokes about those. chromosomes.
No, chromosomes have feelings too, don't they? So
They do, apparently. Not many.
Wouldn't less than you.
Anyway.
But yeah, let me just check out this.
Onwards and upwards.
Yeah. I'm sure our heads are going to be massive when we walk out.
Get out the door.
Oh, God. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. Should we try this one?
Yeah.
What's up, fuckbags?
Oh.
It's me, the late great Stephen Hawking's voice synthesizer, Dennis. Mr. Hawking dedicated his entire life to relentless and meticulous research of theoretical physics using me as his mouthpiece.
He did, great man.
Yet here I am wasting my infinite time leaving a message to you pair of cunts.
Oh, fucking hell.
All right, awesome.
Stephen himself would often say that there is nothing bigger or older than the universe.
Very true.
I assume that he hadn't met your cum slut mothers, LOL.
Cum slut.
Jesus.
I have nothing against the nation of Iceland, but Josh's impression of the Icelandic accent was about as funny as child famine.
Fair.
Yeah, fair.
Even Comic Relief had Lenny Henry, although that's perhaps a bad example.
And a UK reference there.
Yeah.
As Stephen's single form of communication and having spent every single fucking day of my electronic life with him.
Sounds long.
Let me assure you that I have seen and heard things that you wouldn't wish upon your worst enemy, not even Whitebag Mayor.
Oh, the reference there.
Have you ever seen a paraplegic man attempt to funnel their own spit down to their nether regions?
Oh, have not. Oh,
Have you ever had your voice reprogrammed to sound like a Latvian prostitute?
Latvian?
I didn't fucking think so. Why do you think I still have a slight Latvian twang?
I can't hear that twang.
Not even the world's best electronic engineers could figure that one out.
Yeah, fair.
Anyway, the gargantuan amount of shit I have seen and heard in my life does not even come close to the levels of offense that the Beer Buddy podcast has caused. Your complete and utter nonsensical drivel makes me so fucking angry that my circuit board is close to shorting.
That's not good.
Broken.
What's that terrible burning smell?
Could be a circuit.
If it's not my circuit board, it must be these red-hot insults. Ha 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 ha.
He's very funny.
Good on you, mate.
Stephen held more intelligence in his withered, defunct, and completely lifeless left testicle than the pair of you two combined. So I suggest you cast your tired, boring, and predictable aspersions elsewhere.
Oh, man.
If indeed you do have listeners, I imagine that they would have been expecting this very voice message from me.
Yeah, it is kind of expected.
So predictable. So boring. Anyway, I better be off. I'm outside and it's starting to rain.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably wise. Well, yeah,
I'm a little deflated.
And yeah, that was long. It was too long as well.
It was quite long, wasn't it?
So, fuck, he must be quite angry or fucking angry as he put it across.
Yeah, that sort of took the wind out of my sails. I won't lie, Josh.
Should we just shut it down?
I don't know. Should we make this a very small, short episode? Like 10
Yeah,
minutes?
probably. Latvian prostitutes as well, by the way. I don't,
Is that not your favourite for Labour?
No, not Latvian. Yeah, that's odd.
I did detect, I didn't detect a hint of Latvian, but I did detect a hint of prostitute.
I did, yeah. It was that kind of fuck me voice, wasn't it? It was quite kinky indeed. Fuck me harder. Please, can you fuck me?
That's good.
Oh, thank you.
I love your Icelandic accent.
I really like Latvian prostitutes. My Icelandic accent.
You two should hang out together.
I think we should. It'd be great.
Yeah,
it'd be just
it would be fun.
the energy in the room would be fantastic.
It would be electric, wouldn't it? Eh?
Yeah, I would
see the
electronic. Yeah, electric.
Good little reference.
Anyway, well, off you fuck, Dennis. That wasn't very kind. If you don't like it, don't listen. Fuck off.
Yeah,
That's what I say.
and same to you, Whitebag Mayor. But actually, I want you to continue listening.
Yeah, because it gives us material.
Yeah, and otherwise, this is going to be a very, very short podcast.
Yeah, true.
Oh, what a lie.
I do have, just before you go on, I do have a quick.
Yeah.
We've had potatoes all through the week.
Potatoes,
So
yeah.
Potato. I'm going to get one of my Birmingham friends to call in maybe and say it properly. I'd actually bit the bullet and sent a message to both Colin and Donna Craig Brown, parents of Doug. Yeah, that one. I met her on a Monday.
Oh,
cut her into chips on Tuesday. Put her in bed.
I remember listening to a rendition of that you did at a karaoke once.
Oh my god, that was actually at last week guest Andrew Schroeder's 40th.
It was indeed. You know what I'm going to try and do? Get the footage for that next week.
Absolutely do not.
Play that. That's fantastic.
Well, no, I mean, anyway, back to my potato fun. I messaged them and Donna replied.
Did she?
She replied, and I'm going to leave it on a cliff edge because it's nothing I can report right now.
Oh,
but let's just say
There's something in the works.
She's a listener to the podcast.
Oh, this is fantastic.
And she is going to be in touch for next week.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. Yeah, and legitimately, this isn't even a joke. I actually emailed a magazine I found online as well called Potato World, just, giving them the heads up about Doug and his plight, but no reply just yet. So,
no?
Watch this space. But I thought you'd like a little potato update, you know what I mean? Everyone likes potato update.
Are you a big fan of music?
Love music.
Do you?
Yeah, Craig Brown David.
Yeah, Craig Brown David.
The Wiggles.
The list goes on.
That's it. Ed Sheeran.
Do you a little bit upset last week about the whole what goes on behind the scenes of a Wiggles concert? I find that quite destroying.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't want to be, watching them for too long. It'd be quite boring, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what I do have as a fan of music, because you know that I've got a penchant for TikTok.
You do? Oh yeah.
A bizarre penchant for TikTok.
Very strange.
I came across what can only be described as probably the next supergroup to come out of Australia, without a doubt. Along the lines of, they got obviously your ACDCs and your INXSs and these girls, a girl band actually.
Good. Girl power.
Girl. I say girl band. They're a choir,
right?
And that's immediately obvious in their beautiful harmonic voices.
Yeah, well, I mean, you've got to be pretty, pitch perfect to be in a choir.
These guys are the epitome of pitch perfect.
Good. I can't wait.
So, are you interested in?
Oh, of course,
rendition?
Imagine I said no.
Imagine. Well, I just have to move on to the next segment.
That's it. That'd be awkward.
It would.
But no, I definitely am. I love opera. I love all music. I love opera.
And you like that
shit.
Well, check this out. This is just a musical treat to your ears.
Great.
Prepare for an eargasm.
Prepared. Oh, classic.
Beautiful.
Turn around. Every now and then I get a little bit lonely and you're never coming round. Turn around. Every now and then I get a little bit tired of listening to the sound of my tears. Turn around. Every now and then I get a little bit nervous that the best of all my years have gone by. Turn around. Every now and then I get a little bit terrified and then I see the look in your eyes. Turn around.
Right.
Every now and then I fall apart.
This is great.
I mean, I could go on.
No, probably best not.
They not only do they do that beautiful rendition, they've got a whole catalogue of this quality singing. Beautiful, isn't it?
Are they all? Is it all Bonnie Tyler?
It's not all Bonnie Tyler,
because I imagine she'd be spinning in her grave if she was dead.
Tell you what, is she not dead?
No, I don't think so. But she might be after hearing that.
Have you ever seen the video for that?
Oh, I want to say
it's
yes.
The weirdest,
like eerie, 80s, typical.
It's oh wait, am I getting the right one here? Is this one? Yeah, it is. So she's in like a castle, and it's full of schoolboys.
Yeah,
and she's walking around this big stately home castle thing, and there's a bunch of prepubescent schoolboys that are sort of running around shirtless.
Sounds hot.
And she's getting quite lechy with them,
as you would.
And then I don't quite understand. Oh, there's like some ninjas.
Yeah, you'd expect ninjas. It's the 80s. If you really want to fuck a video up, just whack some ninjas.
Whack some ninjas in there, yeah.
Bonnie Tyler.
Yeah. Is it Bonnie Tyler?
Oh, I think it is. Or Bonnie Carpenter. Bonnie
Wheeler.
Plumber.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah, it's a beauty.
It is. I love it.
Big fan of the old. If you want to check those out, they're on TikTok under Oz Girl Choir.
Yeah, I see what they've done there.
Mm-hmm.
Oz for Australia.
Yeah.
Girl.
Because they're
girls. And they're in a choir.
So,
yeah.
Didn't even get that. Wasn't immediately obvious, was it?
Yeah, it does kind of come to you. Like, good stuff.
Yeah.
Are they touring at all?
They're not touring. Unlike the band Noasis. Have you heard of Noasis?
Oh, you mean Oasis, right?
No.
Oasis.
Easy mistake to make, mate. Noasis. They're a a British cover band, and they do covers of Blur.
Yeah, absolutely. Song 2, great tune.
Yeah, but I think they're probably more famous for doing covers of Oasis.
Probably.
But they're actually touring Australia at the moment. So,
are they?
Yeah,
that's incredible.
Yeah, I dropped them an email actually.
Yeah,
I won't mind having a chat with them because something happened in the Yorkshire Dales a few days ago that really piqued my interest.
Lots of things happen there.
They do.
Yorkshire. Sorry, that's a really bad accent.
Yeah, that's a good point, because I'm from Yorkshire, so give me your best.
What can I say? Going in car with dog. I knew someone from Yorkshire, and he used to say he was going in his car with his dog. And that's kind
dogging?
No, just with his dog.
Just with his dog.
In car with dog.
That's actually quite good.
Yeah. I won't do it again. Sorry.
No, don't, please.
Thanks.
It's cultural appropriation.
It actually is.
So basically what happened, this massive snowstorm had hit in the Yorkshire Dales in Richmond, and the Noasis band were there at the Tan Hill Inn.
Right.
Hit by this massive snowstorm. They all had to stay in the pub for like 3 days. But the Noasis, everyone that was there, the Noasis band were playing, as it happens. But yeah, Noasis and the rest of the punters were there for 3 days. They were playing in karaoke.
Oh, I mean, can you get stuck for 3 days? Surely there isn't enough snow to get you stuck for 3 days.
Well, apparently it's the highest pub in England.
Highest?
The highest as in
altitude.
I presume so.
Yeah.
As opposed to
that's all it can be.
Intoxicated with narcotics. Yeah.
Probably both in Yorkshire.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, that was a bit of a slur.
You're going to get a Yorkshire Mayor writing it next week now.
Dear body. No, sorry.
I'm in car with my dog.
Car with dog. Listening to poddy.
Not right happy at all.
No.
It's bizarre that your Yorkshire accent's slightly better than mine. I don't quite understand
That's
that.
it. I'm just really that good.
But I thought that was quite nice actually.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Have you ever been snowed into a pub?
No, absolutely not. I've been in a few lock-ins, but that's kind of by choice.
Because I think I was 17 or 18. I was down in a pub, also in Yorkshire actually, and it was New Year's Eve.
Yeah,
it snowed Christmas Eve, and it snowed like fuck. Yeah. We could not get out. I say we couldn't get out. We could get out. We just chose not to get out.
There were beers on tap, literally,
and they were like, "Oh, we can't get out. It's too hard. We can't even open the door.
Sorry, wife, I can't come home. Stuck at the pub." Oh yeah.
So yeah, that was nice. But yeah, but they were over here, and because I was really I loved this story. I thought, well, I'll drop them a line. Yeah. But unlike Craig David, Potato, they've not replied to me. So
that's really
fuck you, Noasis.
Yeah, that's a downer. I was expecting something great then.
Yeah, I tried to go in with something great and I failed.
That's all right.
Miserably.
It's all right. We all fail sometimes. Just more than me.
Yeah, but
Well, I prefer Blur, so fuck off, Noasis. Yeah. Well, no, if you do reply, obviously we'd love to chat. But
I wonder what the Blur cover band is.
Like, just nah. That's Yorkshire for no, isn't it? Nah.
I don't want it.
Nah. We're the Blur. That's bad.
But I do like a lock in a pub, and if I do enjoy a lock in a pub, you know what kind of guest ale I will be having? Well, maybe this week's guest ale, which is Young Henry's Newtwoner. Oh shit, it's dripping on my computer. Young Henry's Newtwoner.
Great.
Which is a lovely little beer. I've heard
it is
lots of good things about it. And you've had a cheeky pre.
Surprise! I've had a pre. I've actually bought these in the past.
Have you?
They're very good. I like
quite
them.
a loyal Young Henry's.
Yeah, I am. I love a pale ale as well, and the picture of the can is like a guitar amplifier, which really resonates with me because I'm a musician. I like to dabble on the old guitar.
Yeah, I do like that can actually. I have to say,
it's good, isn't it?
But a cracking little beer by all accounts. Now, from what I understand of the Newtwoner, it was actually commissioned during, I think it was like 2012 or something, during the 150-year celebration of the suburb Newtown.
Yes,
in which
understood
Young Henry's is from.
Very good.
And it went down a treat. So it's basically brewed just for the locals in the local pubs, as sort of a celebratory thing. And the locals loved a little drop they did.
Amazing.
And now it's become a fully formed, internationally consumed beer.
Yeah. Quick shout out to Liz Riley who sorted this out. She sent us these very kindly from
Thanks,
Newtown.
Liz.
Thank you very much.
Liz Taylor.
No, Liz Riley. Did I say Liz Taylor?
No, it's Liz Riley. I was thinking Liz Taylor.
Yeah, sometimes you just heard the word Liz, right? And you just thought you'd just guess the second name.
Lesbian.
Riley is Liz. Anyway, should we...
but you know what I can tell you about this, actually?
Oh, go on.
Because obviously I know Gab's give us a shout out this week.
Yeah, Gabs.
Which is quite nice. But this actually has become this is actually number 4 in the Gabs Hottest 100 Aussie craft beers.
That's actually an amazing feat as well, because the craft beers here are pretty amazing.
They're really good, hey? Australia has to be very proud.
Yes. Good,
of this stuff.
Good list.
Do you know, in the UK we had an organisation called CAMRA.
Oh yeah,
campaign for something real ale.
Cameras. Right.
CAMRA.
Yeah. Okay.
And the president of CAMRA was called Michael Jackson.
That one.
Come on, motherfucker! Come on. Do you ready for some
MRSA injections?
Yeah,
I think so.
1, 2, 3. Oh.
That went well. That's
good.
No spillage, no seepage.
That's for you, Jeff Tamwives.
Thank you, Jeff. I really look forward to speaking to you one day. Drink. Oh, that's nice.
A little bit of dead air there while we supped it back, but
that's to be expected, isn't it?
That is
it's nice.
It's really nice, actually. It's got like is it sort of passion fruity?
I do get notes fruity. Of passion fruit. Definitely some fruity fruits.
Quite
sure.
Peachy and stuff, isn't it?
Almost like kind of kiwi.
Yeah. Ooh. And that's a 4.8% beer.
Good.
But yeah, that's good old Young Henry's Newtwoner. I like it.
I do like that.
That's not. Is that? It's an APA.
Right. Yeah. Aussie Pale Ale.
Aussie Pale Ale.
So an American Pale Ale is APA as well, right? Is that right, or have I just made that up?
Well, so last week we had the NEPA.
Is that North?
So that's a New England Indian Pale Ale.
Jeez, how many countries?
Yeah.
New England. Oh, okay. New England is American.
Indian Pale Ale, but yeah, this is an Australian Pale Ale, which I think it might be based on sort of more of an English one, but it's good.
It's nice, isn't it?
It's nice.
I've had plenty of these.
Have you?
No,
tonight?
No, not tonight. Not
drink
yet.
responsibly, Josh. Drink responsibly, Josh. I'm cutting that shit out.
Yeah, it's very nice. No, I'm big props to that.
Oh, that's good. It's good.
Yeah. Stuff.
And this beer been around for a little while, hasn't it? Yeah, but not as long as my next beer.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Little segue. You're very good at those.
Oh, thank you. I'm practicing.
Yeah.
So there's in the University of California, there is Fossil Fuels Brewing Co.
Fossil Fuels.
And they have created, sort of in a Jurassic Park kind of situation, they've taken sap from the Eocene epoch.
Yes.
It's about 40 million years old.
Sorry, how many?
About 45 million years old.
Well, the Earth's only about 6,000 to 10,000 years old, according to Christianity. So are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't realise you were...
Yeah, I'm so... No, let's not even go down that. I'm absolutely not.
I've got some bad news about that, actually, in a minute.
Go on.
I could tell you about.
Yeah, go on. Sorry, I've interrupted. I'm good at that.
No, well... No, I'll finish off this 45-year-old beer, but I'm as a man of God, you're not. Got some news about that, actually. But anyway, 45 million years old, from the Eocene epoch.
Right.
Basically, what happened is 45 million years ago. That's roughly about the same time that mammals started happening. It's a time that Australia sort of started to split away. And this guy is basically, just like in Jurassic Park with amber, he's extracted the amber from some sort of fossil.
Wow.
And basically created the yeast from the extract. And it's kind of, you know.
So it's like just come from a yeast infection type thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nice. Dinosaur yeast infection.
Some caveman's toes.
That's how dinosaurs are extinct, actually. Just
athlete's
one athlete's foot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, I heard that.
And they could stop running.
Yeah.
And then they just became lazy and died. Yeah.
I know. Couldn't play sports anymore.
Bloody yeast
infections. But yeah, it's nice. But apparently what it does, it imparts this fruity and slightly tart characteristics.
Oh, slightly tart. What accent was that? It was good.
I don't know. He's Cuban, and I can't do a Cuban accent.
Cubano.
There you go.
That's Cuban.
Yeah.
It's Cuban in Spanish.
I make all the beer.
The yeast imparts a fruity and slightly tart characteristics.
Beautiful.
To the beer and brewery is making. Anyway, yeah, sorry, I'm just saying words now.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll add that to the list
of
bizarre beers that we might be able to get hold of.
That would be
Any
good.
news on our whale testicle beer?
No.
Now that you've offended the Icelandics.
Well, I mean, to be fair, he did say that their next brew is in December, which has only just started, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I did email him back just saying, just to get a bit of conversation going, and he hasn't replied, so maybe we really have offended him with our Icelandic accent. Hey, all over.
Now, sorry to interrupt this podcast, but just after we finished last night, we got this voicemail through.
Hello, my beer friends. This is Iceland calling. We at Steady Brewery are brewing today our whale beer, a beer we brew specially for Thorri season, where we celebrate Thor and Odin from Valhalla. But we brew this beer specially with whale testicles that have been smoked with sheep poo. Cheers from Iceland.
Now back to the rest of the Beer Buddy podcast. Yeah, I heard today, sadly, sad news, talking of science as we were not, that the Texas televangelist, who was big on the old anti-vax scene, he died today from COVID-19.
Oh, well.
But it was apparently a spiritual attack. So his son basically said, as much as my parents have gone on here to kind of inform everyone about everything going on to the pandemic and some of the ways to treat COVID, there's no doubt that the enemy is not happy about that. And he's doing everything he can to take down my dad.
Yeah, of course. The enemy being like Satan.
I suspect so.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if Satan's on Twitter. God is.
He is. No, Satan's more of he's still on MySpace.
Is he still on MySpace?
Yeah.
He's so fucking old.
Yeah. Yeah. His name's actually Steve.
Steve, yeah.
Steve
but Tan.
Someone once called him Satan, I think.
Yeah, as a joke.
I think maybe they were dyslexic or something, because there are similar letters.
Well,
That's
actually,
my joke here.
The story I heard was that he was at a party and he was really loud, and someone was like, "What's your name?" Like, Steven.
Satan. And then
it's like, so everyone's calling. It's like, so now he's like, God, I've got to call myself that.
And that's why he's become so angry.
That's why he's angry.
So angry that he's
smiting people.
Yeah, mighty smiter. Steve the mighty smiter.
He's a wanker.
Beelzebub, I think that's his surname.
Is that?
Yeah.
There you go.
Steve Beelzebub.
But yeah, so that's, and apparently this guy's face is all over like billboards in Kenya and stuff. And apparently this is the reason why the uptake of vaccinations is so low, because this guy was like the king of anti-vaxxers. So it does always kind of brighten my day a little bit, and I feel, I don't want anyone dying, of course, but it does brighten my day when anti-vaxxers do die of COVID-19.
If you don't want anyone to die, but if someone's got to die, let it be an anti-vaxxer.
Yeah.
That's absolutely right.
Because they're cunts.
Yeah, hopefully we've got some anti-vax listeners. If we do, please don't listen.
No.
Just turn it off.
Unless you want to listen to this.
Weird news.
Very good.
Josh.
Well, yeah, what shall I kick us off?
Kick us off, mate.
Again, it's the same old story of me, doing work and then thinking, oh, fuck, I haven't done weird news. So a quick scroll through the old interwebs, and I came across this one, which I quite enjoyed.
There's some gold out there.
Yeah, there is, and it's recent, so I think people may have even seen this. Kim Jong-un bans leather coats to stop citizens stealing his drip. I think drip is kid talk for fashion, isn't it? Like style.
I don't know. Is that what it is?
Yeah, drip
is
I've
like
learned something fashion. Because I've got like drip in abundance.
Yeah.
Because I wear like dad jeans and all that jazz. Anyway, yeah, police are cracking down on the impure trend, in inverted commas, of imitating the North Korean leader following the country's ban on mullets and skinny jeans. So hang on, there's like a double story here. They've banned leather jackets, but this is following the ban of mullets and skinny jeans, which I can absolutely get behind.
Yeah.
I'm all for that. I'll read on a bit. Once again, North Korea's fashion police are out in force as Kim Jong-un bans the country's citizens. I've just realised that we're talking about Kim Jong-un, which probably isn't wise because he absolutely listens to this. So,
he does.
Let's see what happens next week.
Many for dear Josh.
Yeah. Yes. Kim Jong-un bans the country's citizens from wearing leather coats in efforts to imitate his personal style. I'm guessing he wears leather jackets a lot, does he? There is a picture of him here, Jesus, donning a leather jacket, looking pretty hot, actually.
He looks like some 1980s kind of like rogue detective, doesn't he?
I would like to open that jacket and twiddle with his little Korean nipples. In case you haven't been keeping up with what's hot in North Korea, the new crackdown follows a blanket ban on mullets and skinny jeans brought into effect earlier this year. That itself was part of a broader pushback against the exotic and decadent influence of capitalism, which, we're all against. No one likes capitalism. No. This time around, however, the reasons behind the ban appear to be more personal. So what's happened is people have started wearing these leather jackets, and he's like, I always fucking wear leather jackets. Yeah. So can you guys stop wearing leather jackets, because that's, that is my thing.
I felt like the imitation would be the purest form of flattery, isn't it?
It is in most accepted cultures, but Kim Jong-un has a bit of a track record of being a bit fucking mental, doesn't he?
Is he a fan of K-pop?
I'd imagine so. I think he's actually released a few tracks, hasn't he?
He has, has
Kim Jong.
Oh, that's good.
And his dad was Kim Jong-il.
King dead now.
So there's I think there's Kim Jong-de.
Yeah.
And Kim Jong-twa. That's what Toi. Yeah, and then Catch.
Sanko.
There's fucking loads of them.
Oh, just keep going up.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what I think about this really. I'm all, as I said, I'm all for the banning of mullets in Australia. I know we've got kind of a mixed audience, but there are a lot of mullets here. Oh, God. It's actually fashion here. It's actually drip here, isn't it?
Yeah, it is drip.
People's drip is actual mullets.
But not even ironically.
No. They're like, I look really good in this, under this mullet.
But my understanding was that North Korea had banned all but about 15 haircuts anyway.
Right.
And his own haircut, you can't copy.
Okay. Just like the leather jacket.
Yeah.
Yeah. Soon it'll start banning shoes and whatever kind of underpants he wears.
It's just...
I wonder what underpants he does wear.
Magic underpants?
Yeah.
Because he's Mormon, isn't he?
Oh, yeah, a reference back to the last episode. But I guess on the skinny jeans side of things, all my jeans are skinny because I've got fat legs.
Yeah.
It's not by choice. I buy jeans and then a few months later they're skinny jeans. I blame the wash. If Laura can just turn the temperature down on the washing machine. Thank you. Hope you're listening. But
she probably wants a clap for that as well, does she?
Yeah, probably. Lift her finger once I clap. Yeah, I mean, that's my news, and it's actually, pretty boring, but...
I think North Korea is one of those places that I would genuinely love to visit there.
I would.
Genuinely.
Because it would be, it'd be mental, wouldn't it?
It would be mental. Have you heard about the beef burgers that they have on the planes?
No.
So, yeah, they have a burger with mystery meat in it, essentially. No one really knows what it is.
Oh, I think we all know, really, don't we?
We do.
Yes.
It's the 3 generations of somebody who's called them a naughty word.
Yeah,
probably.
exactly. Yeah.
But, apparently so they have these old Russian planes that are absolutely fucked.
Mm.
But, yeah, they serve these little burgers that are just... And there's actually photographs on the internet of them.
Oh, then it's true.
Hideous. But, yeah.
I'll have to check that out. Can you like, real question, can you actually holiday to North Korea? Are tourists allowed?
I think there's about 100 and something visas allowed every year, and you can go and do a tour.
Oh,
the tours are always very controlled, and they'll go. So they'll take you to the golf course where Kim Jong-il or whatever one of them had done the 18 holes in 5 shots and things like that.
Of course, yeah, he's actually done hole-in-ones like for
yeah. Apparently, he wanted to go to the. Did he go to the Sun or something as well?
He's done loads of that. I think he's won the World Cup. He holds the world record the fastest to swim across the English Channel.
Yeah,
I think that one's actually true.
Yeah,
because he's got fins. He's actually got fins.
He's part fish, obviously.
Yeah, Kim Jong Carp. I think that's him.
Yeah, but someone told me that they saw him in England. Actually, saw him in Weatherspoons.
Yeah, I think he probably does frequent those types of establishments.
A bit like in my weird news.
Oh God!
When young Boris Bennett, he shared just recently on TikTok, of course, and a few other notable outlets for media. He shared he's basically got these folders. Did you ever collect like football cards when you were a kid?
Yeah,
and stuff?
I did. Yep.
Little black folders, little pockets in them.
Put one each.
Yeah. So he goes around all the various Weatherspoons around the UK.
Beer mats or something?
Yeah, beer mats would be a good one, wouldn't it? Yeah. No, chips.
Chips, sorry.
Yeah, hot chips.
Don't be Australian. Hot chips.
Hot chips.
As in just chips. Chips, not crisps.
Not crisps,
but not crisp chips.
Yeah, he basically his plan is to go around every single Weatherspoons in the UK, of which there are 925 of them.
Yeah.
And basically take a chip from each one of them and store it, write down the date, write down where he got it from.
Fucking hell.
I mean,
do they have to fit a certain chippy criteria?
I think he's got a chip criteria. And people have actually even offered tips to help him add to his chip collection.
Tips for chips?
Yeah, he's going, they're going to get mouldy, they're saying. He's like, no, they're not going to get mouldy. Because I use equal parts borax and salt, and I send them for a dry bath. I vent the pouches in to stop the moistures and get to liquor packets. And yeah, they
all the normal stuff.
So all the normal stuff you do when you're collecting chips.
Fucking do.
Yeah, so that's. I mean, has he got too much time on his hands, Josh?
I mean, definitely. What else has he got on his fucking hands? Blood, I imagine.
Yeah,
semen.
Yeah,
all that good stuff.
Do you reckon he's somebody that would be? That's the next step, is it?
Yeah, a bit like old Craig and Donna, I imagine. If you go around their house, there'll just be, empty packets of McCain's oven chips all over the walls.
Yeah.
I imagin the floor...
But with little holes cut out of the eyes.
Yeah. And all the floor would be just broken crisps, like chips, crisps. So it's really crunchy to walk on. Hash browns, like, dotted around the toilet seat for, a comfy seat. All that kind of stuff. And then a few dead bodies.
Oh,
in the kitchen.
Yeah. Wow.
That's different, though, isn't it? Different.
It is different. But yeah, look, if you want to get a bit more of this, if you're into it, do you like the weird news? You like your weird news, don't you?
I like potato news, so this definitely falls into that.
Do you reckon that's what we need, a dedicated potato news segment?
Oh,
because I'm wondering.
It's limited, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'd feel a bit pressure there, because as soon as you make a segment out of it, I'll be like, I'm dry.
You peaked with Doug.
Exactly, and I'm still going to fucking dig down as far as I can with that one. I'm going to drag that little son of a bitch as far as I can.
Well, if you like your weird news or you like your 14 news, I've got some mates in the UK, Benny and Matt, who have done this fantastic podcast called Crack and Curve.
Nice.
That is so good. If you love the 14 weird shit,
yep,
fucking check those out. They're funny as.
Oh, absolutely will do. So are they kind of mates from when you lived in England?
Aye. Went to school with them, didn't I?
Oh, of course.
Aye. The dog in my car.
Oh, coward dog. I hope they don't listen to this specific part, because they're going to think I'm a massive twat now because I did the Yorkshire accent.
Yeah, well, you are a massive
Sorry,
twat.
Guys. Sorry, Matt and Benny, did you say?
Matt and Benny.
Excellent, cool. Oh, Shitflix.
Sorry, I cut you off.
Yeah,
there.
sorry, I'm quite boring, so that's fine.
No, you're not. I'm going to do that again.
Shitflix. Well, great.
Shitflix.
Here we are. It's just the same each week, isn't it? A big old fucking sigh.
It's the same thing going on.
Yeah.
On and on. A bit like this fucking movie.
Yeah, that's a good summary, isn't it?
Yeah.
Movies do go on, especially shit ones, but this really did just fucking go on.
I'll give you a little bit of background,
shall
we, just for the listeners. This is Naked.
Netflix. Sounds saucy.
It's a remake of Naked, which is a Swedish comedy in 2000.
Oh, Naken.
Yeah, but basically this substitute teacher, Rob. He wants to go and get married to his fiancée, who's some sort of physician or doctor or whatever. Anyway, they fly to Charleston for the wedding the next day. And this is the thing about this movie, and we'll get to this in a minute, that there's the timelines and the why things are happening, and the basis for any sort of reality just goes out the window pretty fucking quickly. But basically, it's kind of the same old story of like the dad's a bit of a twat and doesn't want this idiot idiot guy getting married to his daughter. He'd prefer the kind of big, buff, clever, smart,
of course, like me,
solicitor type to marry her. Yeah. And he ends up going out anyway on the piss the night before his wedding.
Standard.
Stanley gets drunk and that sort of kind of oh my god. Hangover kind of style.
Yeah.
Sorry, just even thinking about it just makes me want to die.
Yeah. When we watched this, Laura said, "Oh, it's like the Hangover," and I was like, "No, just wait."
Yeah. But essentially, he gets into a drinking situation and wakes up on the floor naked in an elevator. And then as he has to kind of go on and get on with his day, he realises as soon as these church bells chime, he gets transported back to the elevator naked to rinse and repeat.
What a palaver.
What a situation he's in.
Dude, man. Wouldn't want to be there, would you?
No. But essentially, it's like some sort of predictable and half-assed love child of counterfeit Groundhog Day or Edge of Tomorrow mixed with a bit of Sandler, Barrymore type cocktail of cat puke.
Yeah. Very good. That's a good summary right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure how I felt about this, really. I think, like, I had a sense of relief that we weren't watching or we weren't having to sit through another Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah.
So I think that kind of, it gave me a pair of rose-tinted glasses almost. So I'm sitting there, happy to watch it and almost excited because I wasn't going to see Adam Sandler pretending to be some other sort of fucking nationality.
Yeah. But the problem was, it always reminded me of that 50 First Dates.
Well, yeah, there you go. Yeah.
I had fucking Sandler in my head even when I didn't want it to be.
I've seen that as well.
Yeah, sorry.
No, that's not good, is it? I haven't got much to say about it. It's just, it was, there were a couple of, I can't even remember them, so they weren't that funny, but there were a couple of parts where you smile slightly and think, that could be funny. But yeah, it was just really, I noticed actually it said it was 1 hour and 36 minutes long. So I was actually, that was another part that made me think, okay, this isn't going to be so bad. It's a really short film. Yeah. And it felt like about 3 hours.
What is that? I had the same issue. And there's probably about 3 or 4 times where you go, well, that's the end of the movie. And it just fucking carries on. And you press that pause button and you see that red bar.
Yeah.
For one point, I swear to God, it was going backwards, that red bar.
Yeah. It was. I think it was as well.
I was going, how long is this movie for? An hour and a half?
It just repeats the same. Obviously, it's like Groundhog Day, but more intense. Like it goes back in that lift at least 20 to 30 times, doesn't he? And maybe I'm being...
No. Isn't that montage where he's wearing different suits at his wedding?
Just fucking move on. And I guess you can't because that is the whole plot of the film.
Yeah.
Don't want to ruin it for anyone, but yeah, he wakes up in a lift a lot and then...
And eventually figures out how to fight the boyfriend and...
Oh, the stereotypical ex-boyfriend. Look, I mean, it was a cast of mostly all black actors, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Celebrating the marriage of, a black couple with joining 2 black families. And then the inevitable appearance of the successful, wealthy, world at his feet ex who drives a fucking Lamborghini. And of course, he was a fucking white guy. And it's like, I just cringed. I was like, why?
Yeah.
Why are you doing this? It's so fucking lazy. Oh, it's just disappointing. It does absolutely nothing for racial stereotypes.
Talking of lazy, though, the exposition in it, where he's going, is at one point, I'm sure I heard someone say, oh, look, it's, whatever his name is, John, the ex-fiance, wealthy, successful businessman who drives a Lamborghini. Yeah, exactly. Something like that. He just literally described him
So bad. Yeah. Don't recommend.
Well, this is the whole point of shit.
Well, it is, isn't it? And I guess, is our aim to kind of just make sure we don't enjoy these films?
I think it's to take a bullet for our listeners.
That's true.
Yeah.
But what if we come across one that we just love? I know that's not going to happen.
I don't feel that's going to happen, but maybe that's a challenge.
Maybe that can win something, some sort of...
I think next week, though, we go with something a bit horror or dramatic.
Yeah.
And let's get away from this comedy stuff.
Okay, that's good. Because I'm coming up with nothing, with no real kind of points or meat to the bones, if that makes sense.
It's just shit. It was rushed to fuck as well. Like the first act rushed through it, and then it just dragged.
Just fucking, dragged.
But what's worse is that if something's shit... And then the premise of the movie is to basically repeat that shit.
Yeah.
Like you say, 20-odd times.
Oh, fuck.
That's just pure punishment.
Yeah, it was really bad. Really bad.
So we're going to say fuck you to that film?
Fuck you. I don't even... What is it?
I reckon even Adam Sandler went, no, I'm not touching this piece of shit.
That sounds shit. That was my Adam Sandler impression.
It's very
That sounds really shit. Naked. Shit film. Shitflix. Fuck off.
Dear Josh, please help me. Dear Josh, I'm lost. Dear Josh.
Josh.
Hi.
The man of advice.
That's me.
Yeah. Like, I keep getting accused that that we're making letters up.
What?
I know.
That's fucking,
Insane.
That's, I can't even think of the word.
Scandalous?
Scandalous.
It's untrue.
Yeah.
It's a fib.
It's just bad.
It's porkies.
Porkies all round. Yeah, load of old shite.
But so on that basis, I went, you know what, I'm going to go straight to a reputable news source article, and because we didn't get any letters this week, we did get some letters this week, but they basically they were all resolved in you giving the Falconer as your response.
That's it. Sorry.
So lest we repeat ourselves in a kind of naked fashion, I thought I'd scour the Guardian, the Independent,
all the
Financial Times,
Sunday
Sport, that sort of stuff.
Yeah, all those.
And I come across a nice article. So what I might do is just read part of the article as much as I can, at least.
Yeah, sure.
And I'm sorry to put you on the spot here.
I don't like being put on the spot, but I'll try and thrive under this bit of pressure.
With no preparation, but I'm just going to read a little bit. Do you think we still need the? I think we still need the music.
I think it makes it. Otherwise, it just won't be at all funny.
Yeah. This article was from the Sunday Sport.
Yes.
It's a couple of years ago now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like you always provide old news.
Yeah. So, for most wives, the sight of their beloved balls deep in the Sunday roast chicken would be the signal to engage the services of a divorce lawyer.
Wow.
But not for Glenda Baker.
Good old Glenda.
When she found her hubby Alan thrusting his manhood into a chilled poultry in the wee small hours, she signalled her displeasure in robust terms, but never thought of dissolving their union.
Wow.
Alerted by ecstatic yelps and alarmed to find Alan absent from their bed last weekend, Glenda crept downstairs to the kitchen of their neat home in Crewe, Cheshire.
Is it that neat?
It's neat. It was newsworthy. It was noteworthy in this article.
Yeah.
The sight that greeted the 47-year-old playground supervisor
will
stay with Glenda for the rest of her days.
I bet it will.
The sight that greeted the 47-year-old Glenda... I already said that, haven't I? Fuck that up, didn't I?
No. Well, kind of, but it's fine.
She said Alan was stood next to the table with his pyjama bottoms down. The chicken was on the table. And he was doing the sex to it.
Doing the sex?
He was doing the sex to it.
To a chicken?
Yeah.
Just to clarify.
The chicken. He was doing sex to the chicken.
To the chicken.
I said, Alan Baker! And he spun around, a look of horror on his face.
Kind of feeling sorry for Alan at the moment.
Yeah. I said, Alan, get your dick out of that chicken this instant. That's for our Sunday dinner.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So just to make sure he knew I was cross, I twatted him with a spoon.
Oh, wow.
I was furious on account of my brother and his high and mighty wife coming around for Sunday dinner. Heaven knows what she'd say if she found out that he'd been eating a chicken that our Alan had shagged.
No thanks, I'd imagine. Something along those lines.
Needless to say, the bird went into the bin.
Good.
And we had chops.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust anything in their house.
Glenda says she's spoken out because she wants to show that marriage can survive such traumas. And she declared, people are too quick to get divorced these days. I said, for better or worse on my wedding day, and I'll stick by that.
Good on her. Good old Glenda.
I shan't get rid of Alan just on account of him shagging the chicken.
We all make mistakes.
He's not putting his what's-it anywhere near me, though.
Oh, my God.
I don't want salmonella or foul pest or whatever it is you get off an uncooked bird.
Salmonella is the least of your worries, Glenda.
Yeah.
Well, that is quite the story.
Yep.
And yeah, you're correct. I'm feeling a bit of pressure right now.
Yeah.
But firstly, just want to acknowledge, and this is quite awkward, I know Alan. Alan's my uncle.
Oh, shit.
The Alan Baker.
Shit.
He's a candlestick
I
maker.
didn't even think about that. Yeah.
Yeah, Alan
was
Baker.
Was he a soldier sailor?
No,
Tinker Tailor?
just a candlestick maker.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, he actually. Well, he used to be a candlestick maker, but now he's
chicken fucker.
Yeah, that's it. He just fucks chickens. But yeah, he's my uncle. That's nothing to follow that up. I'm just telling you, it's my uncle.
Wow,
it's great, isn't it? So just going back to that story, they binned the chicken and then had chops. Can we be absolutely sure where the chops have been?
I would think it's more difficult to fuck a chop.
I was gonna say, do we want to kind of delve into the possibilities of where the chops could have been, or not? We can.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got nothing written to go into this or in my head. But where could it have been?
Well, what shape of chops? I don't know. I think they could probably be rectally inserted, couldn't they? Rectally inserted.
That's true.
So in fact, what you could do if you wanted to get a little bit kind of saucy, you what's it out, as she says.
You do.
Plant it in the chicken. Give it a good old thrust. Now, is he fucking it in the arse?
Just the hole. I think it's probably the neck, isn't it? If we're going to fuck a chicken, you'd go for where the head's been lopped off.
You would.
That's where I do most of my. That's where I do the sex.
So you can do the sex into the neck hole,
into the cavity,
and have a couple of chops. Have a couple of chops up your ass.
Or you could just eat one, couldn't you? You could just eat one whilst fucking the chicken.
You could just eat. Well, one up your ass, one in your hand.
One in your ass, one in your hand.
Yeah.
Knob in the chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair enough. That's good. I'm glad we cleared that up.
And then maybe some tweaking some meatballs.
Yeah. I'll just balance a couple of chicken breasts on your head or something. Be nice. Firstly, I guess I admire Glenda for sticking with Uncle Alan. I mean, marriage is marriage, right? You see far too many people splitting up these days over nothing as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alan, as balls deep in a chicken, he's literally fucked a chicken. And Glenda is like, love you. Yeah. Still love you.
Love you. But can we have chops next time, please?
Yeah, chops next time. Advice. Right, let's get to it. So I was actually going to suggest twatting him on the head with a spoon, but she did that already, didn't she?
Yeah.
So that's fair enough.
I feel like the falconet is not going to come into...
No, I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I guess if I'm being serious, just become a vegan. Make Alan become a vegan. Look, yeah, I think we all know that, and whether you'd like to admit it or not, it's crossed all of our minds, when you're rustling about in the kitchen and looking in the fridge, etc. We've all been there and thought, I wonder what it would feel like to shove my dick into that, haven't we? I'm looking at my, birthday cake that kids have brought home and everything in the fridge. So yeah, if it becomes a vegan and there's nothing tempting, no kind of tempting meat around the house, then.
So you don't find that tofu would be as titillating?
Well, I mean, can you stick your dick in tofu? If you can, that should be their sales pitch. Stick your dick in tofu.
You would, and you just go, just what has my life become?
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
it's when you're fucking a chicken, you're like, I'm fucking meat.
It was once alive.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, this is close.
If you're a is it necrophilia?
Necrophilia, Jimmy Savile.
Oh, was it? Oh.
Yeah, he loved a bit of the old...
That's more levels, though, because it wasn't chickens.
Yeah.
Any chicks. Obviously avoid certain vegan dishes that are notoriously fuckable. I guess it's the other way, but cucumbers, carrots, aubergines, or eggplants for our idiot listeners. Aubergines for the people that care.
Classy people.
And I guess that's more the issue of putting himself into food as opposed to putting food into him. So perhaps avoid other foods like, I don't know, mashed potato. That could be quite fuckable, couldn't it? I've often thought. Passion fruit. That's soft interior, isn't it?
Just looking, taking a sip of my Young Henry's in Newtown, and then when you said passion fruit, then I was like,
watch out for pubes. Any other vegetable with a soft interior, like pumpkin? I guess you'd have to carve a hole into pumpkin, though. You can't just fuck a hole into it unless you're an absolute gargantuan machine.
Good time to do that around Halloween.
Yeah, you can go around to other people's houses.
Yeah, just fuck them in the eyes and the nose.
Trick or treat. Give it a fucking pumpkin. I'll show you a trick. Yeah, and I guess you could, if you could become vegan, you have to also watch out for all the other groups of food, don't you? Like, baked goods, obviously vegan baked goods, like bagels and donuts. I imagine they're kind of primed for a fucking, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
They're really saucy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I could do a bagel.
I could do a bagel. I could do a bagel. I could go a bagel. I could do a donut. Yeah, I mean, I guess, if all else fails, charm Glenda into bed and just falconate her into some sort of amnesic coma.
Jesus, Josh.
So she forgets about all. I can't help it, all right? You want advice, then you're going to get the fucking falconate, all right? If you accept it or accept me or I'll just leave. I'll
Josh,
walk out now.
I'm done.
Oh, shit.
Fuck off. Bye, Josh!
Bye! And bye from Uncle Alan.